I even did CPR on a pig, a full grown, or well, it was about 200 pound mouth to snort.
Welcome to the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Now here's the Brit on the bit, Louisa Barton. Enjoy the show.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital. Thank you for joining us on the Horse Talk Show, brought to you by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larson Farms. They're our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
And we have Betsy in the house, the studio audience.
Jumping up and down when I said Idaho's finest alfalfa.
Love having Betsy in the house from Larson Hay. She's brilliant. We got a great show lineup for you. We have Dr. Adam Kayott. What is PRP? He's going to explain.
Is that a computer thing?
No, that's Chat GBQ.
Okay.
Learn all you need to know about sorting with Marcus Kent from Southern Ranch Sorting. Plan a trip to ride the waves with Ava and Ashley from Florida Beach Horses. And in the second half of the show, we have Dr. Natalie Solomon back with us. Ways to help your horse heal and be the best they can be, and your dogs too. And there's thunderstorms involved in this one, so I know you want to stay tuned to learn more. So if you were watching the little clip at the beginning of the show, Dana Lynn Sapp, she is the daughter of Marsha Hartford Sapp. And for those of you that remember Cobra, the extremely famous Mustang that won everything, and Full Moon Rising, Mooney, both horses are actually Breyer collectibles. And they're both on her farm here in Ocala, which is sometimes hard for me to believe how many amazingly famous horses we have.
We should do an event and say if
you
you're
won't stop reading my mind.
If you're
you want to come and meet 8 Breyer horses?
Yeah, if you're a Breyer horse owner, bring your horse out and then have everybody come and show up.
That'd be easy. They're all pretty much all in Marion County. I had the honor of actually being out at their farm just a couple weeks ago, and it was an amazing time we had. We did some interviews that are going to be coming up on the show in the next couple of weeks. We had a chance to talk to Marsha herself, and Dana Lynn, 8 years old, was one of the best interviews I've ever done. And she got to tell me that her very favorite thing she's ever won was the Hobby Horse Equestrian Games trophy.
Oh, yes.
And that's when I remembered her. I knew she looked familiar. Oh, that's right. You won the Hobby Horse Trophy, and she couldn't wait to get up there by my wrap truck and get her photograph taken. She's an incredible young lady. Her goal is to win 4 Olympics, 2 in dressage and 2 in show jumping, and she loves her chickens.
And she's already won the Hobby Horse Games.
So she's already on her way to the Olympics. So in the next couple of weeks, we're going to have some really, really great interviews with them, and I'm excited to have them on the show. Switching it up now to Dr. Adam Kayott. He's talking about PRP. If you wonder what that is, stay tuned. Louisa Barton for the Horse Talk Show and the CEP's Equine Initiative, here with Dr. Adam Kayott at Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Dr. Kayott, we're going to talk about PRP. First of all, that stands for platelet-rich plasma. Did I get that right?
Platelet-rich plasma. That's
okay,
correct.
Very good.
So platelet-rich plasma, obviously our blood has platelets running around in it all the time, and platelets have on them a bunch of healing factors that are on the platelets. So obviously when you get a cut or whatever and you get a scab on that cut, platelets fill that hole, and that's what helps heal your cut. Okay, so what we try to do with platelet-rich plasma is we try to collect blood, and then we concentrate platelets into a certain amount of volume. Generally, the program we have now generally gives you around 3 mLs of platelet-rich plasma. You get the way it's, you get a separation of platelet-poor plasma and then platelet-rich plasma. So basically, you discard the platelet-poor plasma, and then you draw out the platelet-rich plasma, and you can put that in soft tissue injuries. Generally, you can put it in joints. I don't use it in joints too often, but you can put it in joints if you want to. But I typically use it for soft tissue injuries and things that, bowed tendons, suspensory problems, tears in the suspensory ligament, any of those things. It works really well. I feel like years ago I would do stem cell, and I would collect the stem cell And that was a big, long process. And it was so much easier to do PRP. And clinically speaking, I didn't see much of a difference. I saw that the work involved in getting the stem cells clinically after, in comparison to the PRP, wasn't worth the result, in my opinion.
Really?
So
it was a lot longer procedure for the stem cell.
Oh yeah.
And is that in preparing it, or is that in the treatment?
No,
result?
preparing it.
Okay.
Preparing it. Yeah, no. I mean, you would take the stem cells from their basically their sternum, or there was a time when you would actually collect the stem cells from the fat that was in their tail head. So you had to make an incision, you collect all the fat, put it down, you'd have to send it away, then you'd get your amount of stem cells back. And depending on the horse, if it was a skinny horse, you didn't have much fat to play with,
right.
So that made it a little bit different. Whereas PRP, same thing, just pull the blood, put it in the machine in the centrifuge, and it gives you the volume. And so that makes it nice, and it makes it a lot more convenient. Works great. Again, those types of injuries are 6 months to a year recovery. PRP does not decrease the time of recovery. It just gives you a better quality of recovery, or better quality of healing, as opposed to just leaving it alone, or doing nothing, or any other modality. You can piggyback PRP treatment with shockwave therapy, laser therapy, any of those things. So they can work in conjunction with, but it's a very convenient, and it does a good job for what it does.
So it helps to heal, right? So is it a series of injections, or is it just like a one?
Typically it's one time. Yep. So typically you'll collect the PRP. You'll have you'll know the lesion, where the lesion is, whether, let's just say, it's in the superficial flexor tendon, and you may or may not use ultrasound guided needle placement. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And I just put the place the needle into the lesion, inject the PRP, you're done. Sometimes they'll have sometimes horses will have a local inflammatory response to that, and they may get a little bit more uncomfortable the next few days. That's pretty common to see, but that generally subsides in a few days, and then you just go on, and then your recovery is just kind of like a sprain or anything else, desmitis. You would just follow them along, like like every 3 months or so, I re-ultrasound and follow the healing process along, and see where we are, and that would dictate training further ahead.
Right. So PRP for injuries, again, sports horse a lot.
Yep.
I'm sure. Yes.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I love it for soft tissue injuries. It just works really nice. It's convenient. It's not cost prohibitive. It's less than $1,000 to do it. So people are pretty willing to do that. And you can do it stall side. Makes it really convenient. So I use it.
Now, we
regularly.
talked a little bit about this briefly. You don't carry a centrifuge, obviously, because it takes up a lot of space. So you prepare that for your patients ahead of time.
So typically what would happen was I would ultrasound it. I would ultrasound the injury. Okay, we've got a hole in the superficial flexor tendon. And then I would set up an appointment. Okay, let's do, I'd give them their options of what they wanted to do. If they chose PRP, then I say, okay, we can come out tomorrow or the next day. It doesn't have to be done immediately. Sometimes
not an emergency.
Right? No. Sometimes it's actually better to wait a little bit, because the body sets up a healing matrix in the lesion already. So you get these proteins that kind of act like a matrix. So when you put the PRP in there, it can attach to that matrix, and it helps hold it in place and get have.
So you want the body to do its thing.
A little bit, yeah. It's not necessarily that you want to do it. You can, but
maybe let the body do what it does.
It's actually sometimes works a little better if it's a little bit older.
That makes sense.
Not months older, but
a
few days, or
let the body
a week
do what
or
it's
so.
supposed to do to start that healing process, and then you reinforce that with what you do.
Yep.
Very good. PRP, Dr. Adam Kayott from Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. The Larson family has been farming hay in Idaho for generations with a mission to always provide high-quality hay products at a fair and reasonable price. Larson Hay loves to meet new customers while always honouring the ones they already have. Find Larson Hay on the web at larsonhay.com, like them on Facebook, and definitely visit one of their locations. Larson Hay, Idaho's finest alfalfa, and our television broadcast sponsor.
Faulty wiring is the leading cause of barn fires, and equine facilities have special electrical needs. The knowledgeable and licensed team of electricians at Pat Myers Electric will ensure you can achieve your vision for a safe and functional horse facility. For new builds, rewires, and updating, Pat Myers Electric team is ready to jump in and help keep your horses safe. With a farm of our own, we know you cannot take chances. For all your current barn needs, go to patmyerselectric.com.
Love presents itself in so many ways. It can be difficult to describe the bond between human and horse because it really transcends words. As we prepare for each ride, the most important thing in our mind is our horse's health and safety. Are we playing our part in this remarkable relationship? We want to go to sleep every night knowing that we did everything in our power to preserve this special bond. Piranha Animal Health, for the love of the horse.
The team of professionals at Equifence of Florida specialize in equestrian fencing, offering great communication, quality fencing, and all done in a timely manner. Reliable service with horse safety in mind all the time. Also offering customized residential, vinyl, wood, aluminium, and chain link fences services. Equifence of Florida, quality fencing done right to keep your animals safe. For more information, find Equifence of Florida on Facebook now.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larson Farms. They're our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
And this segment is brought to you by Larson Hay, because they don't just have the finest alfalfa, they have the finest Timothy too, and everything else. So we are very fortunate to have a special guest brought to you by Larson Hay today, and that is Marcus Kent from Southern Ranch Sorting.
Very my pleasure to be here.
It's
Thanks
lovely to have you.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's wonderful. So we are going to talk a little bit about sorting. Some of you might not be sure about what we might be sorting. So we're going to start with, what is sorting?
Sorting is a family sport. It's a two-person team, and you're sorting cows, numbered cows, in a round pen.
That's important. We know what we're sorting.
Important. From one round pen to the other round pen, you have 60 seconds to do this, and the fastest team wins.
And it has to go in a
Numerical order, yes, sir. As soon as you cross the plane of the opening between the two round pens, that's when the announcer gives you your number. Just say they give you number 5. It goes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So it's from whatever number you're given as the starting number,
ma'am.
You're going to just go up.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us a little bit of background on you. How did you get into sorting?
I'm originally from upstate New York, and
He has a New York accent, did you notice?
My elementary school girlfriend, her family had an arena up there in New York, so we started out there with that. Team penning back in 1994, I believe is when I started. I moved down here about 25 years ago to Florida, and always stayed with the sport, and was always a hobby, and now it's turned into, we want to get more people involved. So
what's the difference between team penning and sorting?
Team penning is, there's 30 head of cattle, and it's an open arena with 3 people on a team, and sorting is a 2-person team in a 50-foot round pen. So you're dealing with 2 other partners and another 20 head of cattle versus 1 partner and 10 head of cattle.
And then there's cutting too.
Well, there is. It's not like cutting, because we want to keep the cattle in the back of the pen. We're
right.
in an actual cutting competition. I'm sure that's what you're referring to.
Right.
They want to bring cattle out, but you do have to go in there and cut your calf.
Right.
We do call that going in there to cut your calf, but it's really sort your calf.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Interesting. Different ranch sports. I think it's great that we're keeping those ranch sports going even though there aren't as many people with ranches as there were back in the day. But it's great because I think it's such a fun sport. And like you said, it is a family sport. And then there's the teamwork element as well, which is the two people have to work together. And
it's like a marriage. You've got to communicate. On your team, you've got to communicate. That's a big part of a winning run is communication.
Absolutely.
You got to be able to count.
You got to be able to count too. I'm good at counting backwards.
Now, is this a sport where you consistently train with the same partner, or do you ever vary?
There's quite a few people that do ride just with specific partners. Me personally, I like to ride with anybody and everybody. I want to get everybody involved. If it's a little kid on a pony or an 80-year-old grandma, I don't care. I'll ride with anybody. But yes, there is quite a few teams that just travel specifically, and they know each other.
So is this, when you say travel, this is a sport that's all across the country?
It's not across the country. It's actually worldwide.
They're doing it in England?
Yeah. Well, I think so.
We'll have to find out, Betsy.
They probably ride with their pinky out while they're...
Oh, very funny.
But no, Canada, yeah.
So did you have cattle experience before you got into this? Or?
I did because in New York we owned a livestock market. So I've always been around cattle. Still around cattle. Me and my brothers, we own all of our own cattle to put on these sortings. So, yep, been around cattle all my life.
So it's not just you came and, because that's what I always tell people. Like I've learned how to sort and do things, but for a job,
right,
with cattle. And then when I see the sorting, I'm like, "Ooh, I'd get in trouble for that."
Yeah, and the cow pens, yes, you would.
Yeah, so that's what I was just wondering if you had that experience.
Yep, been around.
So how would you compare it to just doing regular ranch?
There's not as much speed on the ranch. You definitely need the speed in the sorting pens, and it's a lot more quiet out on a ranch.
It's noisier.
Yeah,
the competitions are noisier.
I used to work cows with an old man, and he told me if you can't watch me and see what cow I'm bringing out, then you ain't working for me. Where in sorting, you're communicating constantly with your partner to
and when you work with somebody long enough doing.
Yeah, you can read each other's minds.
Yeah. I used to work with two buddies, and literally somebody come with us, and they go, "Where are you going?" I said, "Jason wants me to go get that gate." How do you know that? I'm like, because he gave me the look. He looked at the gate, and I was gone. So
it's like friends who scarily think the same thoughts.
or you're about to call your friend, and all of a sudden it's ringing.
His ears are ringing.
Yeah.
There's that connection that's just, it's there. That's great, though. It's a good connection.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So, do you travel to compete as well, or do you compete mostly?
We do travel mostly in the southeast. We will go out to Texas occasionally. We go up to Ohio occasionally, but our traveling has slowed down just because we got so busy. But we do still try to travel in the southeast. So
busy now. You've got a farm yourself, obviously, ranch yourself.
Yep.
Yes. What else do you do?
By trade, I'm an auctioneer, so I do that 3 days a week. The rest of the week, I'm working around. We taking care of 180 head of cattle is a family. It's a full-time job, family affair. We put up all of our own cow hay. We make all our own cow feed. We make all that every day. We mix feed, so it keeps us pretty busy. That's a job. 180 head. Yes, ma'am. Wow, that's a lot of cattle to take care of and feed. And how many in your family? As far
like you,
it's me, my wife, my two daughters, my brother and his girlfriend, my mom and my dad are a big part of this. So it's a family affair. Yep.
Did you hear his brothers and his girlfriend? So that's how they get married. You got to come and go. Does she work? If she don't work, she doesn't get married.
If you can't make it onto the cattle ranch.
That's right.
Wow. And that's in Dunellen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Just here in Marion County. Wow. So a lot of younger people getting involved in the sport?
We are seeing some younger people get involved. We would love to get more younger people involved. That ain't no different than anything in life. If you don't get the younger generation involved, it ain't gonna grow, continue to grow. So we're working hard on trying to different avenues and stuff like that to get younger people involved.
It doesn't matter who I talk to in the horse world, but everybody's got that same desire, is to bring young people
absolutely
into whatever sport it is, or even just into an understanding of horses, being around horses, enjoying horses at any level. It seems like the youth is what we all want to. Yeah, because it would be horrible if it was just this forever.
Yeah.
So will you share a little bit of what you do what do you auction?
So weekly I do the cow sale in Ocala at Ocala Stockyard. I sell it every Monday. We run a cattle sale there. Tuesday and Wednesdays I do wholesale car auctions, and then occasionally, a few times a year, I'll do an equipment sale.
So can you give us a little? We've got less than 30 seconds.
Let's get it for the next one.
No, because then he gets out of it faster. 30 seconds. You got 30 seconds.
That's a long time.
I know. Can we hear a little?
1, 2, down, out of right there, out of them, 2, down, 200, out of that, 3, down, 300, out of them, 14, 5. Are you bidding? 5, 6 here, down,
Did I
7,
scratch my head?
8, sold.
We'll be right back with Marcus. Stay with us. Equine Therapy International offers state-of-the-art equipment to enhance your horse's performance, fitness, strength and rehabilitation with hand-picked and proven range of products, including PEMF and massage therapy rugs, leg wraps, boots, pads and lasers, equine water treadmills, cold salt water spas, combi floors, dry treadmills, solariums, nebulizers and more. For more information, go to equinetherapyint.com or find them on social media. Repair, perform and recover with Equine Therapy International.
DAC Vitamins and Minerals has been making a world of difference for 35 years. Do you know what sets DAC apart? We use chelation minerals from Alltech, which allows for better absorption. DAC is the only supplement company Alltech provides ingredients for. We have our nutritionist, Performance Horse Nutrition, NASP, which is the quality seal, which guarantees our products and ensures our use of quality ingredients. DAC gives you a guaranteed analysis in every 1 ounce scoop, a 60-day money-back guarantee. Doesn't your partner deserve the best? Visit feeddac.com.
At Florida HVAC Services, air conditioning is a mathematical process. There's no guessing in what size unit your home needs. Florida HVAC Services uses manual J-heat load calculations in diagnosing to guarantee your home is sized properly to control humidity and temperature, thus providing comfort all year round. With flat rate pricing, trained experts, and total peace of mind. For more information, go to flhvacservices.com. They are the air you breathe. The Larson family has been farming hay in Idaho for generations, with a mission to always provide high-quality hay products at a fair and reasonable price. Larson Hay loves to meet new customers while always honoring the ones they already have. Find Larson Hay on the web at larsonhay.com, like them on Facebook, and definitely visit one of their locations. Larson Hay, Idaho's finest alfalfa, and our television broadcast sponsor.
This show is brought to you in part by Seminole Feed Stores, family owned since 1934. Manufacturing fixed formula horse feeds with mindful monitoring and quality ingredients right here in Ocala in an all-natural, non-medicated feed mill. Seminole Feed, simply the world's best and safest feed. Like them on Facebook now or find them at SeminoleFeed.com.
Grateful for the foundation of excellence laid over 40 years ago by their founders, Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care continues to provide excellence in ambulatory and emergency care, surgery, internal medicine and sports medicine with a lab and pharmacy, as well as the best in reproductive services at their Advanced Facility Center in Summerfield. For more information, find them at petersonsmith.com or like them on Facebook now.
We're a unique, tough breed. We work long, hard hours making sure your horses are healthy and properly shod because, well, we farriers know horses perform better when they're properly shod and healthy. You want quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices, and you won't settle for anything less.
TT Distributors is dedicated to quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices. Racehorse or a pasture pony, TT Distributors has what you need. 7715 West Highway 40, Ocala.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
Hey, this is Buck Brannaman. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the Horse Talk Show presented by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
And we are in the studio with a special guest brought to us by Larson Hay, and that is Marcus Kent from Southern Ranch Sorting. And we've been talking about sorting cattle. What a great sport it is, family sport. People are definitely welcome to come and watch or bring their horses and get involved and bring spectators because it's great fun to watch. But one of the things we're going to talk about now, we talked a little bit about, hey, children, we're really trying to get children interested in horses and sports, and perhaps they haven't had a chance to be around horses. Maybe they're a little intimidated. This would be a fun thing for people to bring their kids to watch, certainly. But we didn't touch yet on the new arena, which we're going to talk about next. But we also want to talk a little bit about some of the breeds that maybe might like to try this sport. And obviously, I think if you're a horse person or you have some knowledge in horses, you probably think quarter horse. That's probably what jumps to mind for ranch sorting. But actually, it doesn't have to be a quarter horse, does it?
It doesn't. Absolutely does not. We so sorting started out as a hobby for us, and we got to the point where we wanted to start putting on shows, but we wanted to grow them. The only way to get it to grow is to what works for us is we do a weekly practice, and we welcome anybody and everybody, all ages, all breeds. We get warm bloods, we get Pasafinos, we get halflingers, ponies.
Quarter horses.
Yeah, we get some quarter horses.
I'm just hoping.
I think we even had a gal come on a draft horse once, but
wow.
But
I probably know
to
her.
get involved. You don't for your first time or whatever. Even if you have no desire to be competitive, you just want to go out and come sort and have fun each week and ride your horse. No, you do not need a cow horse.
That's good.
And then
ideally, yes, you do want a cow horse, but you don't need it.
Mm-hmm.
But you're going to direct them. You'll help them if they did bring.
Yes, we run a coached practice, a 3-hour coached practice every Sunday, except on a Sunday when we have a 2-day show.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a coach practice, and my brother sits right in the sorting pen and tells you what you're doing right, maybe tells you what you're doing wrong, what you're doing better. Hey, do that again. That was a good move right there. So yes, it's a coach practice.
And is there an age of horse that you prefer when you're looking for horses for you?
Me personally, I like a horse 7, 8, 9 years old.
Makes sense.
They're just a little bit more seasoned, I think. I don't want, for myself, too old. I dang sure don't want one too young.
No, that makes sense.
3 and younger, I'm out. But like 7, 8, 9, that's a sweet spot for me.
Now, I want to do a little shout out before we talk about the arena for Larson Hay, because I know I see their banners up on your social media there supporting your events, which I think is fantastic because I think they're the best hay company in the world. So
I couldn't agree more. Larson has been very, very generous to us. They're undoubtedly our biggest sponsor. Betsy and Sergio come and ride. Richard and his son have both been out to my place numerous times. Great people.
Aren't they?
They put up added money for our summer series. They put up added money for both Friday night team penning classes, which is very cool. Very generous company, very good family.
They are. They're the best. There's no doubt about that.
I know. It's finest alfalfa.
That's right. Talk to us a little bit about the new arena in Dunellen and kind of how important that was to you, what it means to you, and what it provides, because it's awesome.
Yes. So since we started putting on the shows, we was renting a couple arenas here in Ocala, and when COVID hit, we kind of got shut down. I had a small arena at my house, which we made do with, but we just got too big. We couldn't be accommodating to people as far as stalls and RV hookups. So we knew we either had to be one of two things: be satisfied with what you got, or try to get bigger and grow it more. So we ended up building a big arena. We built a 120 by 225 covered arena, put a 60 by 120 cow barn off the back of that where we can hold 160 head in there comfortably. We put up another 110 by 225 stall barn. We got 120 stalls in there, and we also put up 44 RV hookups too. And
they said, go big or go home.
Go big or go home.
And you were already at home, so you went big.
Already at home, that's right. But yeah, we wanted to be more accommodating. We wanted to grow more, so we took the
you went right over the leap.
The leap, yeah. Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, we're happy with it, and people seem to enjoy it so far and like it. So
looks like you had a big crowd on those pictures.
Yeah, we did. We had a real good crowd.
Lots of trailers.
I think our first show we started putting on at my house, we all gambled, put up $1, see what the team count was going to be. I think we had 65 teams. We did 244 at our first show at the new place there the other night.
Ooh.
So
that's really incredible.
I used to work ropings, and you hated when you heard that many.
Yeah.
If you build it, they will come.
That's a long night.
It is a long night, especially right now, being you guys know how hot it is out right now. So we've got to start at night. We call this series the Moonlight Series.
Smart move.
So that it's too hot for the horses and the cattle.
It is.
So
it's unfair on them in the middle of the day. The heat
so
is
we start at night and we don't get done till 11, 12, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning right now.
That's a fun night, though.
Fun night.
That's
got
a fun
lights.
night.
What the heck?
Yeah, you got lights. That's all you need, right?
And I mow during the night now.
Yeah.
During the summer.
It's the only time, really. And for horses, it's unbearable to be ridden, and
Right.
especially at any sort of speed in the middle of the day.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
awful. So how nice that you can do that at night and do that special summer series. That's fantastic. So how do people find you and find out more and get involved?
We are on Facebook with Southern Ranch Sorting, and I've got to give shout out to my secretary Heather, who does all our Facebook stuff. She kills it. She does a great job for us. We wouldn't be where we're at without her. So thank you, Heather. But yeah, we're on Southern Ranch Sorting. I think she's even got us a Snapchat and a TikTok and an Instagram, and not just on Facebook. But yep, that's where you can find us.
How you can track you down and get involved and come watch or
Yeah,
bring
absolutely.
a horse and
Even
get
if you
involved.
don't, you can come check it out and you bring a chair and watch. I don't think I'm wrong when I say the sorting people are probably the friendliest horse people you ever meet. I mean, everybody just talks to everybody. It's a great time. People just bring chairs and watch. I get a lot of neighbors that just come and hang out and watch.
I'm going to come watch.
Oh, we'd love to have you.
I'm going to come watch. I'm going to bring a chair.
Yeah, I want to come watch.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's take chairs and go watch.
Let's go.
Are you in?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're going to
I
do
mean,
it.
I live probably 20 minutes from him.
We'll do a celebrity sorting team for that night. Get y'all right on sorting.
That'd be funny.
Oh, yeah.
Louisa sorting. I can't even imagine. We have a little gift for you from Piranha, a goodie bag, and we'll give you one for your wife as well.
Well, thank
Full
you.
of Piranha goodies, and we have a little bag here from the Green Pharmacist for you too, who you got to meet. So, and she's
Yes,
up
ma'am.
next. So, is there anything else you want to tell us about sorting, about the sport, or about kind of what you see for the future?
What I see for the future is it growing a lot more in Florida. I think there's so many more people kind of getting into it just because it's family oriented. It's not terribly expensive.
Which is unusual for a horse sport.
Right. It's not terribly expensive. So I think as far as the future, I think we're going to grow even bigger than what we are, which would be fantastic.
Absolutely. Awesome.
And along with Larson, we do have quite a few sponsors, and we couldn't do that without them. And same with my family. We couldn't. All of us pitching in together, we couldn't do it without each other.
I love the fact that your whole family is involved, that it is a family sport, and that you partner up with really good sponsors to help it happen. I think that's so important, and I love it. I think it's awesome. We can't wait to come out and
Met some of my
check
best
it out.
friends doing it too.
Well, you have new friends now
Oh,
on
yeah.
the Horse Talk Show.
That's
so.
right.
Thank you so much for being with us, Marcus Kent.
Absolutely. Thank you.
We will be right back with Dr. Natalie Solomon. Stay with us. Grateful for the foundation of excellence laid over 40 years ago by their founders, Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care continues to provide excellence in ambulatory and emergency care, surgery, internal medicine and sports medicine with a lab and pharmacy, as well as the best in reproductive services at their Advanced Facility Centre in Summerfield. For more information, find them at petersonsmith.com or like them on Facebook now. The Larson family has been farming hay in Idaho for generations, with a mission to always provide high-quality hay products at a fair and reasonable price. Larson Hay loves to meet new customers while always honouring the ones they already have. Find Larson Hay on the web at larsonhay.com, like them on Facebook, and definitely visit one of their locations. Larson Hay, Idaho's finest alfalfa, and our television broadcast sponsor.
Faulty wiring is the leading cause of barn fires, and equine facilities have special electrical needs. The knowledgeable and licensed team of electricians at Pat Myers Electric will ensure you can achieve your vision for a safe and functional horse facility. For new builds, rewires, and updating, Pat Myers Electric team is ready to jump in and help keep your horses safe. With a farm of our own, we know you cannot take chances. For all your current barn needs, Go to PatMyersElectric.com.
We're a unique, tough breed. We work long, hard hours making sure your horses are healthy and properly shod because, well, we farriers know horses perform better when they're properly shod and healthy. You want quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices, and you won't settle for anything less.
TT Distributors is dedicated to quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices. Racehorse or a pasture pony, TT Distributors has what you need. 7715 West Highway 40, Ocala.
This show is brought to you in part by Seminole Feed Stores, family owned since 1934. Manufacturing fixed formula horse feeds with mindful monitoring and quality ingredients right here in Ocala in an all-natural, non-medicated feed mill. Seminole Feed, simply the world's best and safest feed. Like them on Facebook now or find them at SeminoleFeed.com.
At Florida HVAC Services, air conditioning is a mathematical process. There's no guessing in what size unit your home needs. Florida HVAC Services uses manual J-heat load calculations in diagnosing to guarantee your home is sized properly to control humidity and temperature, thus providing comfort all year round. With flat rate pricing, trained experts, and total peace of mind. For more information, go to flhvacservices.com. They are the air you breathe.
Welcome back to the Horse Talk Show. She's got the gift of the gab, and her guests are fab. Presented by Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
I'm Tick Maynard, and you're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the second half of the Horse Talk Show, presented by Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience. Thank you to Larson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
And we have a special guest here in the studio. Has been with us before, but it's been a bit. Dr. Natalie Solomon is with us. Dr. Solomon, it's lovely to have you back.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
So I think I shared on the show probably a couple of months back, that my usual routine with my Mustang is in late spring, which I'm going to advise, by the way, not early summer or midsummer. Usually around late spring, I put him on his CBD routine because he scratches himself to pieces if he's not on his CBD. And not just any CBD, by the way. Good CBD that you know is tested, you know where it's made, you know who's making it, and you know what's in it. Because I have tried other CBD products in the past. Yes. And you know what you're using. Well, Flynn, my Mustang, rubbed his entire face off because I was not diligent in the CBD. And I know at this time of year, it really makes a difference. Within 48 hours of him being back on it, there was immediate difference and relief, and he's all healed up now, thankfully. But how important is that, Dr. Solomon, as far as making sure that if your horse has these problems, it's better to be proactive and get ahead of it?
Absolutely, especially as we're being robbed of our seasons here in Florida. There wasn't much of a spring. It feels like we just went right into summer.
Oh, sure it was. It was one day long.
Oh, okay. So it's, definitely CBD takes some time to build up in their system. So the longer they're on it, the more effective. It gets stored in the fat. So over time, it just works better and better. So yes, definitely be proactive. These products,
it can be year round.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like, there's so many benefits to these products. You know, don't be afraid to keep them on it all year round and stay ahead.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Can you keep them on?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Then you don't have to forget.
I know. Well, that's my thought process for Flynn for the future is just don't take him off. Then I don't have to try to remember.
Yeah, and you know, there's omega-3, 6, and you know, all sorts of health benefits from the products. Great for their skin and coat, great for their healthy weight, keep them calm, keep them, you know, less inflammation, digestive, everything.
For sport horses, especially if you've got horses that, let's say you're doing barrels or sorting or anything that's more exertion on their joints. You know, if you're not just walking around or on the trails and you're out doing any kind of sport, obviously there's inflammation, there always is, right?
Absolutely, yeah, and all that inflammation just destroys the joints and the soft tissue over time. So don't be afraid to start your younger horses on it as well. Support them the best you can, because long term it will be more beneficial for them.
For their longevity, whatever.
Yeah, you won't have to inject as often or do certain things,
The funny you said that, I talked to my nutritionist, and she recommended, what can we do for these older horses that are starting to really look like they can't move? Yeah. And one of the things on her list was CBD oil.
Absolutely.
You need to connect those two.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So I'm armed here and ready to not let Flynn run out again. I'm very thankful. But talk to us about the Thrive, because there's inflammation. And that definitely helps. And then there's the itchiness at this time of year, which is very, very common, especially with this heat and all the bugs. But there's also just having a beautiful, shiny coat. Like you talked about the omegas. Obviously, it makes them shinier and look healthier.
So besides the CBD, the secret oil in there is actually camelina oil. It's a false flax seed. And it's very, very beneficial for horses with skin problems. There's also sea buckthorn oil, which is honestly found in a lot of cosmetics for skin and people with problems with their skin. So another great oil that's added. And then besides the CBD, there's also natural vitamin E oil. So horses that, vitamin E oil has been found to be super beneficial for the skin and growing manes.
So can we take it?
Absolutely. Actually,
speaking of skin,
there you cannot feed yourself or your dog. It is dosed for horses, so make sure to
take a teaspoon instead of a gallon
prior to fixing the dosage for sure. But
rub that on your face. Talking about skin, this I would not be without. I mean, really would not be without for my skin. I just put about the last little squirt on today, and I thought, I am so glad that you're bringing this for me. So this is wonderful for people.
You didn't give me much.
Skincare.
Yes, especially right now we're all in the sun way too much, and I'm sure not everyone's using the proper, face creams and moisturizers and sunscreen. So sun does a lot of damage to our skin.
And this is the Ageless Care Cream with orange for people.
Yeah, it smells good.
Lovely. Isn't it lovely?
Yeah.
It's lovely.
It's lovely. And then,
those are words I usually use.
Yes, and then
lovely.
The canine green, which back to another testimonial, of course, I've shared before about Aslan and his terrible itchy skin that he had when I first got him, white dog that came from the shelter. Just scratch himself to pieces, and this has been amazing. And also when he had some leg issues, it was amazing for the inflammation for his legs. So canines, humans, horses, you name it, there's a product for pretty much
there's a lot of signs you can notice, if they're licking or biting their paws, or you see pink changes in their belly, hot spots, stuff like that kind of popping up. It indicates it.
It makes a huge difference.
Yeah, your canine skin is very inflamed and going under a lot of stress. So this product is really engineered to help with all of that, and as well as mobility, gut. If your dog's slowing down, getting a little older, having a little harder time getting on the couch or on the bed, things you kind of notice, all of this will help reverse and ease that process and just have them healthy as long as we can, because they definitely don't last long enough. And
they don't, do they?
It's criminal how that they don't last long.
I know, I agree.
So if your dog is a diabetic, is there any problem? This is the nice thing.
Yes,
I was going to stop just for a second.
Yeah.
Having Dr. Solomon, she's a pharmacist, so I can ask those questions and she can legally say them. So it's really nice. You're getting a product that you actually can ask those kind of questions and you can answer them.
Yeah, so there's 0 sugar in these products, and there's 0 carbs, so carbs turn into sugar. So absolutely safe for a diabetic dog, metabolic horse, anything that relates to where they can't process sugar or so forth. So
now in this summer weather that we're all
this
barely tolerating.
This is beyond summer.
This is beyond
the fifth
summer.
Season.
We are also in the thunderstorm time of the year, and I have a dog also from the shelter who absolutely is in his prior home. He obviously had some abuse issues and things which we've worked through, and he is loving life, but he is still terrified of thunderstorms. So I want to thank you for bringing these for me, because I am very excited about having pet treats for Mr. Marbles that will hopefully calm him down. He will go under the chair, cower, hide, shake, and he is terrified of thunderstorms. So I will be able to share hopefully next week on the show that I have noticed a marked improvement.
But you know now that you get them that there will be any thunderstorms.
Oh my goodness. Every afternoon you just
It is just about.
Right.
But I'm excited to try these. So share with people how they can find you.
Most of these products are sold all throughout Ocala. So if you're local, you can find them at TT Distributors. You can find them at OBS, Seminole, Green Gates. So they're all the major stores. Online as well. If you're not local to the area, you can order online right from my website at thegreenpharmacist.com. There's an E at the end of green. It can ship anywhere in the U.S. through a post office. So happy to send it your way.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Stay
you.
with us. We're going to keep Dr. Solomon with us for the last segment. So stay with us on the show. We'll be back.
World-class equine rehab promoting faster recovery is available at the Equine Performance Centre Ocala. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy, an underwater treadmill, a saltwater spa, an aquapacer, MagnaWave, a vibration plate, swimming pool, massage and laser therapies. With post-surgical care, memberships, packages and BOGOs, EPC delivers a rejuvenated horse through proven and innovative rehab. Like Equine Performance Centre now on Facebook and find them on the web at epcrehab.com.
We're a unique, tough breed. We work long, hard hours making sure your horses are healthy and properly shod because, well, we farriers know horses perform better when they're properly shod and healthy. You want quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices, and you won't settle for anything less.
TT Distributors is dedicated to quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices. Racehorse or a pasture pony, TT Distributors has what you need. 7715 West Highway 40, Ocala.
Cut through the noise and distinguish your business with a custom vehicle wrap from Smash Wraps. Get noticed with eye-catching vehicle wraps that showcase your brand's identity and earn you more business. If you're looking for a custom-designed vinyl wrap for horse trailers, box trucks, cars, or pickup trucks, for a single fleet vehicle, or for 100, no job is too big for the Smash Wraps team. Make your appointment to set your business apart today. Find us on social media or at smashwraps.com. And remember, don't just wrap it, smash wrap it.
At Palm Chevrolet in Ocala, our customers say it best.
Oh, the prices were great. They were actually unbeatable.
Thanks, Miss Delara. At Palm Chevy, we do our best to give you our best price and payment without the games. And our entire team is committed to making your experience in sales or service pleasant and hassle-free.
It's been a pleasure doing business around here.
Thanks, Mr. Hars. And we think you'll agree. Visit us today at Palm Chevrolet, Southwest College Road in Ocala, or at palmchevrolet.com. Find new roads.
Equine Therapy International offers state-of-the-art equipment to enhance your horse's performance, fitness, strength and rehabilitation with hand-picked and proven range of products, including PEMF and massage therapy rugs, leg wraps, boots, pads and lasers, equine water treadmills, cold saltwater spas, combi floors, dry treadmills, solariums, nebulizers and more. For more information, go to equinetherapyint.com or find them on social media. Repair, perform and recover with Equine Therapy International.
This is Charlotte Cannon, and you are listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Palm Chevrolet.
Your hometown Chevy experience.
Thank you to Larson Farms. They're our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
We have Dr. Natalie Solomon. We've been talking about CBD, her incredible products made on her farm, in her licensed lab, right here in Marion County, in the horse capital of the world, and independently tested in every single batch. That is an awesome way to get CBD.
And you can ask her questions.
Yeah, I know. You can actually talk to a human. Can you imagine that? We are going to switch it up right now to episode 3 with Florida Beach Horses. Louisa Barton here for the Horse Talk Show, and we are visiting Florida Beach Horses. And I am here with Ava and Ashley, and we've been talking a little bit about what Florida Beach Horses is all about. But I'd like to talk a little bit about the horses, because we've all been to trail rides and things in our lives that maybe we weren't sure. We wanted to know that the horses were well fed, loved, and looked after. And that's the most important thing to us as horse lovers and animal lovers. So I want to talk, I'm going to start first of all with Ashley. I want to talk a little bit about introducing us to the horses, telling us their names, a little bit about their personalities, and kind of how you feel about them, because this is beyond a business. You know, these four-leggeds are your family.
Yeah, so we bring for our beach rides, we bring 8 out at a time. We have some that's been out here for about 10 years now, and then we actually just got some new ones out here that just finished up training and they're doing really well. I'll start with Rowdy. He's been out here for about 10 years. He is in his early 20s actually. He will be the next to retire after Alibi, but he enjoys his job. He's one of my favorites. I call him my little piggy. We share McGriddles in the morning from McDonald's. But he truly loves his job. He comes out here and spends time mostly with the kids that ride with us and stuff. He's a great kid's horse. He makes a lot of noise out in the water. We call him our musical horse. He sings and stuff. He's very funny. The deeper he goes, the louder he talks. But he's really one of my favorites. And then we have Jezime and Naomi, their mother and daughter. They've been out here for, 11 years now, I believe. And Naomi, she was pregnant with Jezime when we rescued Naomi. And my dad actually had to help deliver Jezime from Naomi. She was way too large for Naomi. And so my dad helped birth her, and she's been with us ever since. She is spoiled. My dad loves her to death, and he tries to give her days off compared to her mother. And I'm like, her mother works harder. She needs the days off. But those two girls, they love to blow bubbles in the water. It's their favorite thing to do. They could be out there all day and just blow bubbles. And then we have Conga and Wahoo. They're a little pair. They used to be like boyfriend and girlfriend. Conga's a very independent girl. She really doesn't need anybody else with her. She's pretty strong. Wahoo, they both have been with us, Conga and Wahoo, for about, I would say, 4 years now, 5 years. And they're a great additions too. They are a great pair. Wahoo, he loves to snuggle you in the water and stuff. He's another one that sings and talks really loud in the water the deeper you go. They all, like I said, they all enjoy their jobs and stuff. But the new ones we got out here are Knox, Goose, and Maverick. Knox
and Maverick.
Yes.
I like it.
Knox is a 4-year-old Percheron Gypsy Vandercross, and he's just been amazing out here. That's actually one of Ava's now new favorites out here.
I was going to ask you, do you have a favorite, Ava?
You do. And he's amazing. He actually reminds us a lot of Haas, the horse that we lost in the accident.
Yes.
But he's amazing. And then Goose and Maverick, they're newer out here as well, and they're just great additions. They love playing in the water, moving their lips, and I actually haven't been able to work with the 3 of them in the water that much because I've been out, unfortunately, but the girls, they say that they're great and they love their job and they're just amazing out here. They are.
So Ava, your favorite?
Knox.
Knox.
Has won over that spot. Haas I called him my heart horse out here. I worked with him almost every day. Like, we definitely have, like, with the guides, we work one-on-one with the horses, so we end up forming bonds. They do as well. So we have some horses that just kind of win over our hearts. And I had been working with Haas for a really long time, so it was really hard losing him during the accident to all of us, but definitely left a big spot in my heart, and Knox has kind of been filling in
that hole a little. Yes, he's goofy, just like Haas.
Yeah, as soon as we started bringing him out here, he just had like little tiny quirks that would kind of just remind us of both Haas and Cloud, and it was just like a really crazy mix of the two.
Great addition.
Yeah,
it's good when we get those horses that can't necessarily replace ones we've lost, because we're always heartbroken over the ones we lose, but it's wonderful when we get some that are similar in some ways, so it just helps keep that memory alive.
Yes.
It helps the sadness.
I know it does, and it just like, he is a lighter colored horse, so like he's a gray horse, so he kind of like resembles Cloud in the way that he looks, but kind of like has a lot of Haas's
personality.
Yes.
So like kind of having the two of them in one, sort of.
And he's so young, and he's been coming out here and just became a pro. He's one of our lead horses, so he goes out in front of everyone, leads everyone, and it honestly feels like both Cloud and Haas just kind of like came over and kind of like taught him how to do things once like he started coming out here, and made us all feel better about everything.
And either one of you really can answer this, but how lengthy is training these horses to get ready for this? It has to be fairly extensive. You obviously have to get them ready for possibly beginners or more advanced riders, and I'm sure you have horses that are probably better for more advanced riders, you know, depending on the horse. But is it kind of lengthy getting them used to doing their job?
It depends on the horse, honestly. They're all different. There's some that we've honestly brought out a couple of times, and then they're out here doing rides. And there's some that we have to just keep working with. And it's not that they're scared or they don't like the water or anything. It's just they need just a little bit more training. They're honestly all different. Some Knox and the 3 additions that we just had, I would say Goose and Maverick were a lot easier to train than Knox, just because he needed to be broken and then trained out here. But it just, all of them are different. It just depends on the horses. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think something something that helps as well is that we're bringing them out here with a group that is already so good at it.
It does make a difference, doesn't it?
So like bringing them out here with a group that they're able to watch and be like, oh, you guys know what I'm doing, okay, I'll follow you. Like, it's easier for them to learn and kind of just follow their footsteps.
That makes so much sense. That really does. Yeah, and it's a lovely environment. I mean, you're in the middle of the hot summer in Florida. Who wouldn't want to jump in the water and cool off and have fun? So tell us, Ashley, how do people find you? Obviously, Florida Beach Horses on Facebook.
Yeah, so we're on Facebook, Google, Instagram, pretty much any social media page, TikTok and stuff. We post a lot of cool videos and pictures and stuff on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. But you can find us pretty much on any of those platforms, and you can give us a call, you can book online. But yeah.
Right here in this beautiful area, you come and visit, you get the best of both worlds, the beach and the horses.
Yes, you do.
Louisa Barton here at Florida Beach Horses for the Horse Talk Show. Florida Beach Horses, that was really a great experience. In Bradenton, if you're in Ocala, it's only about 2 hours and 20 minutes away, and so worth it, so fun, so enjoyable, and it's about the only way to stand horse riding right now is in water.
Right.
For the horses and for us, because it's so hot, unless it's early in the morning. So it's a great experience. Their website is floridabeachhorses.com. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, and all of their horses are rescue horses that were taken out of bad situations, and they are all fat and happy. And I think that's a big question for a lot of people.
The horses.
Yeah, oh, definitely the
Okay.
horses. Yeah, not the people. I don't think you could do that all day and be fat. It's definitely a lot of work for the guides, but they do send out guides with each person, and it doesn't matter how young the children are. They have life jackets and helmets, and somebody stays with you. If you're a beginner, you don't have to worry about being on your own, and you get to swim on the horse. If you feel like it, you can stand on the horse's back. It's really a fun experience. Worst case, if you fall off, is you're going into the water. So check them out and book your ride. Florida Beach Horses, you will love it. We'll be right back for the last segment of the show.
Love presents itself in so many ways. It can be difficult to describe the bond between human and horse because it really transcends words. As we prepare for each ride, the most important thing in our mind is our horse's health and safety. Are we playing our part in this remarkable relationship? We want to go to sleep every night knowing that we did everything in our power to preserve this special bond. Piranha Animal Health, for the love of the horse.
World-class equine rehab promoting faster recovery is available at the Equine Performance Center Ocala. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy, an underwater treadmill, a saltwater spa, an aquapacer, MagnaWave, a vibration plate, swimming pool, massage and laser therapies. With post-surgical care, memberships, packages and BOGOs, EPC delivers a rejuvenated horse through proven and innovative rehab. Like Equine Performance Center now on Facebook and find them on the web at epcrehab.com. Equine Therapy International offers state-of-the-art equipment to enhance your horse's performance, fitness, strength and rehabilitation with hand-picked and proven range of products, including PEMF and massage therapy rugs, leg wraps, boots, pads and lasers, equine water treadmills, cold saltwater spas, combi floors, dry treadmills, solariums, nebulizers and more. For more information, go to equinetherapyint.com or find them on social media. Repair, perform and recover with Equine Therapy International. Ocala Dog Ranch offers a variety of services for your dog, including agility training, barn hunt training, board and train, boarding long and short term, daycare, day training, dock diving training and competitions, disc dog, swimming lessons and pool rentals, lure coursing and obedience training classes. Check out Ocala Dog Ranch at ocaladogranch.com. Ocala Dog Ranch is your home away from home for your dog and more. The team of professionals at Equifence of Florida specialize in equestrian fencing, offering great communication, quality fencing, and all done in a timely manner. Reliable service with horse safety in mind all the time. Also offering customized residential, vinyl, wood, aluminium, and chain link fences services. Equifence of Florida, quality fencing done right to keep your animals safe. For more information, find Equifence of Florida on Facebook now.
Faulty wiring is the leading cause of barn fires, and equine facilities have special electrical needs. The knowledgeable and licensed team of electricians at Pat Myers Electric will ensure you can achieve your vision for a safe and functional horse facility. For new builds, rewires, and updating, Pat Myers Electric team is ready to jump in and help keep your horses safe. With a farm of our own, we know you cannot take chances. For all your current barn needs, go to patmyerselectric.com.
Hello, I'm Chris Cox, and you're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the final segment of the Horse Talk Show for this week, presented by Palm Chevrolet.
Your hometown Chevy experience.
Thank you to Larson Farms. They're our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
And we kept Dr. Natalie Solomon, the green pharmacist, with us for this last segment. Green, G-R-E-E-N-E. There is an E on the end of green. And
that means extra green.
That means extra good.
That's right.
We are going to switch it up now to Dancing Pete Rhoda's Horsemanship Tip of the Week.
Dancing Pete's Tip of the Week, brought to you by Complimentary Horsemanship. This tip is sponsored by WildlifeWorksLLC.com for your unwanted wild critters removal. Today's tip of the week came from one of my students actually yesterday. We were riding and her horse was all over the place. And so I said, don't wait until he's making that big of a mistake. Ask him. And she says, I don't want to make any mistakes. And I said, the best time to make mistakes is when I'm sitting here because I can help you. If you don't make any mistakes, then yeah, you did good. So you got to make mistakes. And you got to be okay with them, because I do this a lot of times with students. Okay, you have 1,000 mistakes you're going to make. So we're on 999, so keep going. And get excited about it. Okay, let me help you with the horse. So the horse was getting off. He's making mistakes. Help him until he finds your seat and your focus. And then before you know it, he's going on the path. And then if he goes off, you just help him. And we started counting how many when she would do a lap, it was 10 corrections. And then she'd do another lap and it was 8 corrections. She'd do another lap, it was 5 corrections. And that's what we're going for, is to where we can get 0. But those are mistakes. They're important. If your horse doesn't make mistakes and know, I'm not supposed to be over here, I'm not supposed to be over here, but you leave me alone here, that's how you're going to get good.
It's true. If you don't make mistakes,
you don't improve.
That's right. You can't correct something if it doesn't happen.
And that's why I say get excited about your mistakes, because that's how you truly learn.
Well, and wouldn't you rather have your mistake happen when you're with the person that's working with you and not when you're at the show or the competition or the sorting or on the trail?
Right.
You'd rather have the mistake happen while you're working with the person, right?
And having me there, when I'm not there, they can go, this is when Pete said I made a mistake. So now I'm catching it myself. I had a student right after that today do that, where she's like, I'm now picking up when you would tell me I made a mistake, that they were getting it and they were adjusting it.
That's a good thing then. Some mistakes are good, right?
All mistakes are good.
All mistakes are good.
It's when you keep doing them. That's the problem.
That's it. Yeah, there's got to be where you draw the line, right? That's where you're supposed to learn, correct, and get better, right?
That's right.
If you own a horse, you own at least one what, Pete?
Dog or
maybe
hound.
2. Yes, or hound. So we're going to take you now to Neil from Ocala Dog Ranch. The Horse Talk Show goes to the dogs at Ocala Dog Ranch.
Neil Hennessy, the owner of Ocala Dog Ranch. On a serious note, you know that you can take a CPR lesson to help your dog should your dog need to be resuscitated? They're out there. You can find them on the internet. They're well worth taking. We should all take them to save our fellow man, but we should also take one to save our fellow pet. So take a lesson. Also get a first aid kit. Get a couple. Put them in your house, put them in the car. You can find online what you need to get. It's just a basic kit. You're not going to be doing surgery, but you need to be able to have something to bandage up the dog before you can take him to your vet. Neil Hennessy, the owner of Ocala Dog Ranch.
Neil at Ocala Dog Ranch is actually Dr. Solomon's neighbor, which is very convenient.
Yes.
But I will say that when Isaac, our show producer, told me that the tip from Neil was CPR for dogs, I had a blank for a second and went, there's CPR for dogs? How do I not know when I've owned dogs my whole life and never thought about that?
I used to work.
Is there anyone else out there that thought, wait, do I know CPR? No, I worked for a vet.
Well, I've actually used CPR on many different dogs and cats.
Well, I'm going to take CPR for dogs now because
you should. If
it
you're a
made me
dog
think
owner,
about it.
I mean, lots of adults, they'll take CPR classes just because they have children. You know, they want to make sure they're prepared if ever.
I even did CPR on a pig, a full-grown, or well, it was about 200-pound pig. Mouth to snort. Snout.
I go every 2 years. I have to be BLS certified.
You gonna snort?
It's close.
It's close.
CPR for a pig?
Yes, ma'am.
Who knew?
We cut the bottom out of a bottle and they stuck it on, and I put my mouth on the thing and blew into its nose.
Next time somebody needs to film that. Because that would be good B-roll, folks.
There you go.
Pete giving CPR to a pig. Now I've heard of
lipstick on a pig.
Do you have to get like consent from the owner? Because usually you do have to get consent.
No, I didn't.
Isaac, what else do we have? I'm completely distracted by CPR.
Do we have Pat Myers' electric tip of the week?
Oh, we have a congratulations. So Sovereignty in the racehorse world has absolutely blown everybody out of the water this year. He won the Kentucky Derby. He won the Belmont. He probably would have won the Triple Crown if he had ran in the Preakness. He is just an incredible horse. He made his start at Bridlewood Farm, and that's where he got his initial training, and he just won the Jim Dandy. And
I watched it. He was up in the front, and then he went back to the back, and then took off. And
it was a brilliant race. So he won that at Saratoga. We're just going to keep watching him. The Travers at Saratoga is going to get even more exciting in August, I'm sure. Who knows? Are him and journalism going to come back together? Both started at Bridlewood Farm, and journalism is still actually owned partly by Bridlewood as well. So Bridlewood has certainly made a big show of themselves in a good way this year in racing.
Here you go. I'm going to show my knowledge. So when they interviewed Junior, the jockey, they asked him why he let the horse went back, and he says, I knew I had enough horse that he could go back in the back, and when we needed to go, he was going to go past everybody.
He's an amazing, incredible horse. He's beautiful. And hey, listen, Sandman didn't win. I know we all wanted him to, but we'll see more of Sandman because he is the people's horse. While we're talking about Bridlewood, I just want to mention Maritime Traveller, the last living son of Secretariat, who lived out his life at Bridlewood Farm, made it to be age 35 years of age and sadly passed away on July 27th. But he had an incredible life at Bridlewood Farm. Wow. So, and looked wonderful to his last days, and who wouldn't, living in such a lovely place. But we do just want to say our thoughts and prayers are out to all the connections, because I know there were many people very attached to that horse, and he was well visited. So definitely a sad time for them, but a great life that he had. Art to the rescues. Hey, listen, November's just around the corner, folks, and that's a good thing in this weather, because hopefully it will cool down when we get there. Art to the rescues will be at Ocala Dog Ranch on Saturday, November the 8th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And many local rescues will be there, so you can come meet and adopt your very next fur baby and have some fun with some fantastic dock diving competition as well at Ocala Dog Ranch. There'll also be artists, crafts, vendors, live music, food and fun.
At Ocala Dog Ranch.
If you're going, you make sure you have somebody supervising this one.
Yeah.
She might adopt everything.
You never know.
Yes.
Last mention, Piranha Family Foundation golf tournament that Natalie Solomon should be in because she golfs.
November 14th.
I am going to do it this year. I want somebody to do it with me, though.
At the Country Club of Ocala. Brought to you by Piranha Animal Health. This is their annual fundraiser for 3 incredible charities here.
Looking for teams
and sponsors.
Yes,
and that benefits Gentle Carousel Miniature Therapy Horses, canines for warriors, and the Florida Youth Ranches. So great 501c3s. we got to wrap it up. Dr. Solomon, thank you for being with us.
Thank you again.
Whether you're in Ocala, Marion County, the horse capital of the world,
or not,
happy horsing around till the same time next week.
See ya.
Love presents itself in so many ways. It can be difficult to describe the bond between human and horse because it really transcends words. As we prepare for each ride, the most important thing in our mind is our horse's health and safety. Are we playing our part in this remarkable relationship? We want to go to sleep every night knowing that we did everything in our power to preserve this special bond. Piranha Animal Health, for the love of the horse.
At Palm Chevrolet in Ocala, our customers say it best.
Oh, the prices were great. They were actually unbeatable.
Thanks, Miss Delara. At Palm Chevy, we do our best to give you our best price and payment without the games. And our entire team is committed to making your experience in sales or service pleasant and hassle-free.
It's been a pleasure doing business around here.
Thanks, Mr. Hars. And we think you'll agree. Visit us today at Palm Chevrolet, Southwest College Road in Ocala, or at palmchevrolet.com. Find new roads.